And over another one. One-lane covered bridge. G. Donald McLaughlin Memorial Covered Bridge. And up the hill we go. Are popping. Nice view. Well, I found a dispersed camping spot all along this road. There's a few here and there. You're allowed to stay free up to 14 days. And then you have to move 5 miles away. But I'm only staying one night. That's enough for me. A little tiny bag here contained my new chair that I got on special at Walmart in Ontario for $4.50. Now let's put it together. Good thing I didn't video me trying to do it. I had it upside down here and there. It's pulling and stretching, and But it is together. It's pretty low to the ground, but it'll work out fine. It packs real small. And when you're just traveling in a Ford Escape and sleeping in it, anything small is good. Got my book. And it's going to be like just for a short time. And I've got my tea. And a mini payday. Snack time. I had my dinner. I had good stuff. A dehydrated meal that was just great. Cloudy morning today. Sort of like a little mist rain in the air. Breakfast is cooking. I have a coffee made. Today we're heading towards, not sure what town, but we're going to go look through a lunatic asylum. Oh my gosh. Can't talk this morning. Anyway, it doesn't open till 12, so just taking it slow. It's about another hour and 45 minutes or so drive. So just a slow morning today. Look down this little winding gravel road. Well, I made it to the asylum. Been quite a drive. I'm going to pay for a tour to go through here. The Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum operated from 1864 until 1994. It was built on 269 acres and at once held over 100 buildings. It had a farm, a dairy, waterworks, 3 cemeteries, later had gas and oil wells, and 3 coal mines. Construction started in 1858, but it was halted in 1861 at the start of the Civil War, and Camp Tyler occupied the grounds of the unfinished hospital. The government of Virginia demanded the unused funds to be used for its defense, but the 7th Ohio Voluntary Infantry seized the funds from the bank holding a teller at bayonet point and delivered it to Wheeler, who put the funds toward the reorganized government of Virginia. Construction resumed in 1862. In 1863, after West Virginia became a state, the hospital was renamed as West Virginia Hospital. First patients arrived in 1864, but construction continued to 1881. The 200-foot central clock tower was finally finished in 1871. The hospital was pretty self-sufficient, and that's why it had all the buildings of a farm and dairy, etc., and sewing room, and they made all the linen and all the uniforms or clothing for the patients. Patients were admitted for many reasons: for asthma, for laziness, egotism, domestic troubles, and even greediness. It was renamed in 1913 to the Weston State Hospital. It was built for only 250 patients, but in 1880 it had 717. In 1938 it had 1,661. In 1949 it had 1,800, and in the 1950s had 2,600. Way overcrowded. A survey in 1938 stated that the hospital had epileptics, alcoholics, and drug addicts. In 1949, surveys showed that it had poor sanitation, poor lighting, poor heating, and not enough furniture. There was many deaths of the patients here. Over the years, the patients had sewed and built the furniture for the hospital. But in 1947, occupational therapies was introduced so that it could help them learn things to integrate them back into the outside world. And later on, the focus was more given to creative art therapy. Drawing, painting, and pottery helped them to communicate and to heal. In the 1950s, it was the home of the lobotomy project. This was an effort to reduce the number of patients in asylums. In the 1980s, the hospital population was reduced as there was changes in the treatment for mental illness. Those who could not be controlled were locked in cages. That's awful. There was an escape attempt in 1970 from the maximum security wing, and it cost $3,000 in damages. In 1986, they thought to change the hospital to a prison, but this idea was suspended, and the building closed in 1994. Joe Jordan bought the hospital at auction in 2007 for $1.5 million. It is now a tourist attraction. This is my view from where I'm sleeping tonight at Walmart. Pretty cool, eh? I've already seen deer dancing in the field, or playing.